right, welcome back. Welcome back to yet another episode of the Talk of the Sports podcast. First things first, before we get started, we did not post an episode last week. Now, sometimes life happens, guys. Um, we're all busy men. We got things. I got a wedding coming up, two weddings coming up this year. So this is hopefully we're gonna try and make sure it doesn't happen. But if it does happen, we hope you guys, understand that life is going to life sometimes. That's what adulting is all about. Luckily, we don't have kids yet, but when we do, that's a whole nother ball game. But we'll discuss that another day. But that's that piece of housekeeping. Other than that, how you guys been this week?
Well, it's been a great week.
I know you guys enjoying the results that took place today. Talking about it's been a great week. I guess, well, since we're there, let's get started on it. It's a tough day. It's a very tough day. A moment of silence, please, for our Manchester City back-to-back Champions League champions aspirations.
Boo.
That's crazy. Y'all some haters. Y'all some haters. Y'all some haters. Nah, but
Because
what'd you say?
I'm surprised you even
Nah, you know what? To be honest, I was, here's how I came into the season. The world's our oyster, basically, because we, coming off the treble, you know, and then as the season progressed, I'm just like, you know what? We might have the opportunity to do it. Unluckily, it didn't happen. And to be honest, I'm not really too upset about the match that took place today. Honestly, our guys, they went out there, they fought the hardest. 120 minutes of football, that's really what it took. 4-4 on aggregate, straight to penalties. The two penalties from Bernardo Silva and Mateo Kovacic were a bit upsetting to say the least. But, I personally, whenever I play FIFA, once I get to penalties, I'm just like, bruh, I'm not doing it. Even if you want to take that as a dub, go ahead, it's your dub. I don't really care. So that's how I look at penalties, to be honest. It is what it is. Kudos to Madrid. Their def- their defense was rock solid today. Ancelotti had to give, a round of applause to that man because his game plan was phenomenal. He really made things tough. It doesn't matter what we did from the left, from the right, from the center. There was always a Madrid player blocking it, sending it for a corner. Um, it is what it is. Haaland, you know, it's just the way he's been being defended this season. Um, and then, it's just a consequence of the way we play. He's not going to get touches. And when he doesn't get touches, all he's left to do is be the decoy and occupy the defenses. And, it worked pretty well in the first leg. In the second leg, Ancelotti definitely made adjustments to which we saw today. Foden didn't really have as much space as he had in the first leg. Now, could that be because he was playing on the right and not in the midfield? Possibly, but it's the only way he's going to play if we want to play him and KDB at the same time. So, hey, there's adjustments that has to be made, but can't be too upset. Our guys, they fought it to the end. It is what it is. We go again next season.
Yeah, congratulations on your loss. We knew it was gonna happen. We knew that repeat treble was just a pipe dream. Um, I know you talked about the formation you played. This is a formation that won you the treble last year. So I don't really Foden playing on that, right? I don't know if wait
He
was it
didn't
some
start. Foden didn't start. It was
it,
Bernardo Silva.
this game?
Last year in the final, Foden didn't play.
Okay. In the final,
Foden,
no, yeah.
no, final came. He came off the bench. Like leading up to the final, Foden didn't start any of the matches from the quarterfinal on. Foden didn't start any of the matches.
Wow, that's a damning damnation. He didn't even start. It was just there.
Not
He's
really. It was
another
just it
guy in the
was
squad.
no. He played his role. He came off the bench. Leading up.
So you're saying him starting this game on the right is what cost you the game because it looks like he had a stinker.
No, it's not. I don't. He didn't have a stinker. He just wasn't involved. Both him and Haaland, they were phased out of the game.
Thinker.
Now, I mean, if the guy doesn't get touches and isn't involved in the game, I don't consider it a stinker. But if that's a stinker for you guys, then hey, go off. But you have to have opportunity to produce a stinker. To have a stinker is where I'm gonna leave that. So
The midfielder, you should find space. That's what I would say. But yeah, overall, good performance from Man City. I can't be impressed with Real Madrid. I think they're going to lose to Bayern, but that's just me.
if they play the way they play today, they're gonna lose to Bayern because Bayern, they're not. They can, although they can dominate the possession like we do, they're not gonna dominate it as much as we did. Like against us, they actually had a reason to sit behind, because it was just wave after wave of attack. Um, they just, Rudiger, good God, Rudiger. How the hell did you guys let him go? That's the one thing I have. Rudiger, he's really the MVP.
Really, you have
Last,
to be worried about Kovacic. I mean, that penalty could have been Cole Palmer scoring that penalty. That's
I'm
what
not
you should be worried
I'm
about.
not I'm not concerned
Like,
about that. I'm
that
not concerned
Don't-
about that. I'm not concerned about that.
Like, don't
I'm
let's
not
be
concerned
civil
about
here.
that.
Like, don't start throwing shots, man.
how long
I'm
ago
not I'm
exposed
not con-
Cole Palmer
I'm not concerned about that.
and been
I'm
on
not concerned about that.
covered
Say
easy. But listen,
exposed streak.
it's okay.
The guy has 36 goals and assists, all comps. I'm not, bro.
So does Cole in 39 games and less games. So
No, he has it in more
let's
games.
let's start.
Yes, less starts, more games.
Let's
Well,
start.
you know who's not
It
missing
doesn't.
that Kovacic penalty? Cole Palmer.
Hey, man. He couldn't make it into our starting lineup. I'm glad he's successful for Chelsea, and that's where I'll leave that.
Wasn't this admits you were wrong?
He couldn't make it into our lineup. I'm glad he's performing for y'all,
Wasn't
and
allowed,
that's where.
like
Hey,
you said,
hey, hey,
to
bruh. Hey, bruh.
the opportunities. Like you said, if you don't
Hey,
get,
bruh.
you don't have the chance to fail, right?
You're right. You're right. But hey, you're right. But he has to. Unlike, unlike,
It sounds like
unlike.
completely
Hey,
wrong.
hey, hey. Unlike Foden on the pitch today, he had his opportunity to fight for his right. He fought. He didn't make it. It's tough. That's not. It's tough. He made it for you guys, and he's performing for you guys.
Because we gave him the
Fantastic. Fantastic. Hey, buddy, man.
we gave him the chance.
Hey, buddy. We invited him to come and train with us. He was our academy kid. He trained with the first team. Pep seen him. Hey, he even played a couple times. Just didn't do enough to stay. It's tough.
No. But it's like he asked you on loan, and Pep said that you'd rather get rid of him. Like, so that's you chose to get.
You're right. You're right. In that sense, Pep chose to leave. Now I don't understand. I won't say I fully understand Pep's decision in that way. However, before that final decision was made,
For the same amount of money.
before that before that final decision was made, he had his ample opportunity to come in.
He came in and scored a goal in the Community Shield, which you should have won that game, but your defense blew it.
Hey man, it's tough.
So he did take his opportunity, and
Yeah. Hey, hey,
so
hey. Not enough times.
it
Not
sounds like
enough
a Phil
times.
Foden Man City problem to me than a
Not
Cole
enough
problem.
times.
To
Not enough
go back
times.
to like Real Madrid and Rudiger. Rudiger actually only left Chelsea because we were going through the whole
Pay him. We
training
took
thing.
not him,
That's
his
why his contract expired during that, and we couldn't sign him. So
Damn,
if
that's
your
very
contract is
unfortunate.
expiring, and like, yeah, your team wants to pay you, but they just don't have the means to. But oh, Real Madrid wants to pay you. Oh, Bayern wants to pay you, and they can pay you right now. What would you do?
Oh, thank goodness he didn't go to Bayern. He made the right choice.
Right, but you're leaving though. That's what I'm trying to say. You're not staying with your club that cannot pay you. That's what I'm trying to say.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's just
So,
unfortunate.
yeah,
Unfortunate because he honestly Rudiger was the difference. Last year in the second leg he did not play. We lambasted him. This year he played and it went to penalties.
the
He
problem,
was
the problem. What you saw, what Ancelotti did differently. He benched who have I been speaking this whole entire time that once Real Madrid do this, it will free them from their defensive woes. Who came on for the
But
injury.
he hadn't been playing for a while though. He hadn't been
Yeah,
playing for a while
but
though.
that's why
So
they've made this far. You wonder why? I
that's
told
well,
you.
well,
Bench Militao. Humble him. He's not as nice as he thinks. And it seemed to have worked. You know?
all right. So
Hopefully he doesn't go away from this formula of Militao benching because I know now Real Madrid fans can get kind of rowdy. Just stick to your formula and y'all be fine. Keep that guy on the bench. Use him sparingly. That's
okay. So before we move off and go discuss another matchup. So we already know who Real Madrid is seeing, Bayern. We mentioned it earlier. So but now let's put real metal. Um, I mean, well, pen to paper rather, pen to
predictions.
paper. No, yeah, exactly. So initially, who we feeling based off how both sides wrapped up their quarterfinal ties, and we'll talk about Bayern more in depth. But what do you think Real Madrid's chances are?
Um, I gotta stick by my pick. By Bayern. I think they weren't going to win the whole thing. I think. Well, we'll get to the other side, but
Thomas Tuchel.
it's tough. It's tough because it's Real Madrid. Man City did have like the ball, but that's normal, you know. But I don't know. I'll say it has to be Thomas Tuchel. I just stick by aggregate.
Oh, you don't have to go that far, but shoot,
Okay,
go ahead.
I'll just stick with Bayern. I'll just stick with Bayern.
Yeah, I have to go with Bayern as well. Because I think that Thomas Tuchel, he's always been a better cup coach, Champions League cups. Um, he knows he knows how to win on any given day. He may not be the greatest regular season coach because there's a lot of things that play into the regular season more than just one game, one day, and he will make it seem like, oh, this is the game for our life players. I don't know how he does it, but he just instills belief into cup games for his players. So, and more to that, Thomas Tuchel's record against Real Madrid is pretty good,
Hmm,
especially in the Champions League. It's pretty good.
hmm.
So I'll have to go with Thomas Tuchel 3-2 Bayern.
So I'm going to agree with all of you, and also say Bayern's going to win for all of the reasons that you said. Both of you have said rather, and I'm actually going to add this little nugget to it. So after today's match, Danny Carvajal is actually suspended for the first leg of the semifinal tie against Bayern. So that means that
Give house boy.
Ancelotti will have two options: play people out of position or start Militao. And to your point, Zach, if Militao starts, Bayern might have the opportunity to put this away in the first leg.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I see that. If Militao plays, oh yeah, because Musiala, oh my God,
Hmm.
he's gonna have a field day. And then Harry Kane, of course, he's gonna finish his check chances. I expect him to. But yeah, and then Vinicius will cry and moan and beg for every single little tug on his shoulder.
The
Um,
guy, Kyle, the guy. Listen, Kyle Walker. We got the L, but at least Kyle Walker is
oh, he played his
Walking out of Etihad with three things in his pocket: his keys, his wallet, and Vinny Jr.
no, he played his heart out, man. I mean, he was given the captain's armband, right? Today I saw him with the yellow
For
armband.
us, Kyle, yes, he will.
Yeah, kind of
I
the
think
game,
so.
probably. But no, he played like a captain. He took command. He took any little break that Real Madrid was doing. He shut it down.
I mean, he
So
was also he was also at fault for the first goal, but he made it up with this performance overall. But it's tough.
even though
It's very tough.
yeah,
That we've been weak to that. We've been weak to that all season. So I really wasn't even mad when we gave up that first goal. It is what it is. Thank you guys for the wonderful Champions League season. Now we just have to focus on the Premier League. We'll get into that much later. Moving on. We started talking about Bayern. They also knocked out the only other English club left in the Champions League at this point. Arsenal, one Arsenal Football Club. Now this one got to hurt for Arsenal. Now at least Man City, we won the damn thing last season. What has Arsenal done? Now, after all this talk, their fans were doing all this talk. Fans were if Man, where's Manny? Man, this is the episode Manny needs to be here because I need him to explain what his boys were doing. In fact, Saka, the same Saka that they like to give to Phil Foden. Saka at least saw the ball today, unlike Phil Foden. And what did he do? A whole
This,
bunch of zeros and losing the ball. That's what
this
it was.
the same move over and over, spamming the same move over and over. That's all I saw. Cut inside, oh, cut inside, pass to Ben White, cut inside or pass to Ben White. We know after some time, Tuchel was just like, oh, I know, Tuchel, we know. Sorry, carry on.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. Kai Havertz has been playing well recently. And this is where I have to give Arteta some blame. Because at the weekend, and we'll get into it more when we discuss the Premier League race and how that outlook is looking.
Oh, the weekend was terrible for them.
But at the weekend, going into the weekend, he had what, 8 or 9 goals in the last 9 appearances or something like that.
Yeah,
It's like if you add in the assists, it was like what, 11 or 12 goal contributions in the last 9 appearances or something along those lines,
he was cooking.
playing as the number 9. So now
Yeah,
you take him from the number 9 position, you bring him back, then you throw in Gabriel Jesus. And I've been telling y'all, Gabriel Jesus was on my team. As someone who's had him for years, I've been telling Arsenal fans about Gabriel Jesus. That means a lie. So you pull Kai Havertz back, you add him in, and then you get what you get at the weekend. And then you're like, oh, I realized my mistake. Let me put him back in. And Kai Havertz tried his hardest. And then you have Saka and Martinelli to giving you nothing on the sides, leaving Kai Havertz by his own lonesome up front. Martin Odegaard, he tried, but it's just like,
it was a one-man show. Declan Rice, I mean, my God, bro, that's why you're a CDM. Like, that's why I don't spend 100 million on CDMs. What's his name? Trossard. That's why you came from Bayern, or sorry, the
I mean,
Brighton.
he's been performing for them though.
But
You can't say that.
no, because he scored some amazing goals for them. But we need you right now. Those times don't matter. Right now, we need you right now. The last thing he did in the game was, I mean, the last 5 minutes for Arsenal of that game was just abysmal. Abysmal.
And I have
Trossard
a question.
all
I,
over. They won't trust the ball in.
I just have another question. Uh, Is that the best center back duo in the Premier League that I witnessed today?
Saliba
The
and
same, yes, the same center back duo that allowed Kimmich a free header like that for the for the semifinal.
I mean, they
I
still.
know, I know that's not the center back duo that they've been talking about. I know that's not the center back duo that includes the William Saliba that said cost him the league last season.
I mean, they cost them the league this season again with that loss to Aston Villa over the weekend.
Don't worry, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Shakes, please come in here. Don't let us take all of it, cause you
Back to
know.
back seasons, but sorry, take it away, Shags.
Well, it's just a mentality thing. Even like with their coach too, who I think is starting to become a bit suspect now, especially to even their own fans. And it's like you play so well, and then like I don't I don't know what they did that game. They just forgot how to play. I'm looking at this and it's all Reds. Only person that played good ish on this team is Declan Rice. So it's like, yeah, I'm not surprised, but it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. You
Yeah, I
know,
mean that's the thing though. When the only person when your best performer is your CDM,
yeah,
Bro,
it's
not
hold on. If these substitutions, I don't understand.
and
I understand.
for
bro.
mm,
Tomiyasu. He brought on Nketiah for Tomiyasu. He took off Jorginho for Gabriel Jesus.
Yo, I mean, at the end of the day, they're still starting Chelsea's spine from 2 years ago. So I don't even know. Like, hey, I thought they were supposed to lead them to the promised land, but nope. Reality has come in.
they're still in stage four.
All right, so actually, that actually brings me to my next question. So, with that being the case, considering the fact that this is their first time back in the Champions League after such a long time out, do you think we're being a bit harsh on Arsenal?
No, because of what's expected. They could have easily won the Premier League last season, going 8 points. I remind you, 8 points clear of person in second place and blew that. They're hot in 2024, the hottest team in the world. Haven't lost, didn't lose a game.
I mean, they were playing tomato cans as part of that stretch.
Oh, they're
Remember, it was bottom table opposition that they were scoring five, six, sevens in the game. It was bottom tier opposition they were placing.
I 1000% agree with you. I mean, I wanted to say something, but I didn't want to look like, I mean, I am a hater, but I didn't want to look like already more of a hater than I am. Just like bring it out there. Like, why are you trying to like poop on our downfall, like on our rise or whatever, while we're finally arrived? So, Arsenal, like I've always said, they're like the Cowboys. Just wait. Just wait. They will reveal themselves to you. They will show you who they really are once the pressure gets intense, closer. 10 games, 9 games, 8 games, 7 games. Championship, UEFA Championship quarterfinal, second leg. You're tied 3-3. All you need is one goal. You beat them, or take it to penalties like Real Madrid did and hope for the best. They choose that game to play their worst game of the season in the Champions League. Because they've been going crazy in the Champions League.
I mean, it's definitely Saka's
They
worst
choose
game of the season.
that game to play their worst game in the Champions League.
What was Saka's match rating?
I don't know. I can't tell off the top of my head, but
It's 6.2.
like
Damn, I thought it'd be a lot lower.
Yeah.
well, he was creating a lot of chances, but it was easy to read through by the Bayern defense, so it was just going nowhere.
I don't know about creating a lot of chances, bro. They only
For
had
Ben White,
they only had 8 shot attempts. I don't know about creating chances.
Ben White,
they
He,
they
he,
only had they only had 8 shot attempts, bro.
good for him. Ben White.
he had one pass into the final third, zero accurate crosses out of four, zero chances created, zero shots.
Yeah, because
Terrible.
he was doing the same thing in the I'm in the because I had to go. I watched the Man City game for a little bit, and then I came back to like in the final parts of the Arsenal game. He was doing the same thing he was doing in the first half, bro. Dribble, 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 cut inside. Ben White.
You know,
All I know is
it's more Tuchel is the better coach. He does have a pretty good squad, and this Arsenal team just always fold. They just
Yep.
always fold, And I remember we asked this like I think was it I don't know who said it, but Tuchel and Arteta in the Champions League. This is Arteta's first year in the Champions League as a
Oh,
head.
yeah.
So,
That's true. True. I
you
mean,
what do you expect?
for Arteta, it's not bad for his first year in the Champions League,
Oh, not
but
bad at all.
for Arsenal Football Club, this is not a good result. You
No,
cannot.
it's damning because these players are not gonna brush themselves off and keep going. It's like
Exactly.
yeah, it's gonna hang on them, and like they've gone trophyless.
They might go trophy less this season.
well, we get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. All I know
And I
is
was saying I was a hater.
all I know is I'm going to enjoy at the end of the season before we go on our, summer break when we do the Star Boy episode, when we discuss England Star Boys. Because I know what my Phil Foden is doing. I see what Cole Palmer is doing.
We
You know,
know we know
we're gonna
who's
relax, bro. Relax. Relax.
Wait,
Uh,
wait.
this this all I have to say.
We can
This
do
all I
that
have to
too. Like all three of them.
No, of course, that's the plan. That's the plan. We're gonna do that all. That's the plan. But you know, there's still season left. There's still season left. There's still season left.
Yes.
And
Nothing,
with that,
nothing.
I'm throwing in a surprise name in that England young boy that you will all be surprised.
I mean, wait for the episode, guy. That's what it's for.
Not
I know
Morgan.
this.
No, it's not Morgan Gibson. It's not.
That's not a star boy, nigga.
I said I'm throwing in someone you'll be surprised, and it's not Morgan Gibson. That's what I'm saying.
All right, all right. Moving on. Moving on. Another, I think, the most surprising second leg tie here that took place this week. PSG Barcelona. This second leg had everything, bro. It had goals, it had red cards to both the players and the coaching staff. It had
Tade. That's like
it had turnarounds, it had twists, it had turns. But then after a certain point, well, let me not say all that. That's more like Dortmund. But this game was still pretty interesting until the red card. The red card did throw it for a loop. But then you would think that, and I guess you shouldn't think it because it's oftentimes said that playing with 10 men is actually playing against 10 men is actually can be a lot harder than playing against 11 men at times. And I guess you saw that through and through from Barcelona because for a little bit, at least until, I want to say the 50-minute, 55-minute mark in the second half, it was a pretty fair game, even with 10 men down. It was, I felt like it could go anyway because Barcelona was still creating chances, but I think the momentum shifted when Gundogan skied that chance he had. Once that happened, I think that's when it really started, to collapse, and then PSG started being PSG and started, being the counter-attacking ways that Luis Enrique has got them playing this season.
Tade.
Doing pretty well.
I was
Doing
really going to mention his name just to give him a little bit of credit.
a little bit. Nah. He deserves all the credit. He deserves all the credit.
Oh,
Even Mbappe's brace. That was just due to the nature of just the game plan. Yes, Mbappe it was his talent and everything for him to end up in the positions for that, second ball to fall upon him for him to score his brace. It's his talent that allows him to score the pen. It is what it is. But it was the overall game plan that came from Luis Enrique. I have to give Luis Enrique props because Xavi was outcoached.
but yeah, master.
Xavi yes, it was. Yes, it
Yeah,
was.
Enrique came out at the end of the game and said that even if Barcelona had not gotten a red card, they would have still won. And he said he hopes to see Xavi at Barcelona next season. And
It's not going to be.
and they asked Xavi if he agrees with either of those statements, and he said no and no. Yeah. So yeah, he's done. He it's a wrap for him. There's nothing left to play for.
He's just
Where
not.
was Lewandowski? Zach, where was Lewandowski? I didn't see him. He didn't score.
It wasn't on that screen.
He didn't play well. His hold-up play left much to be desired. He did have a couple opportunities. The first real good shot attempt he had, it wasn't bad. He took it well. It was a good save. He did sky one. That's unfortunate. But then the real damning moment was the best opportunity that Barcelona actually had to actually take the lead before PSG blew open the game. He had Ferran Torres on a counterattack. He could have just laid it off to him. He tried to take the shot himself
He
within
just ran
between two defenders.
or that goal.
I mean, you'd rather, in my opinion, you'd rather have the more clear opportunity on goal, regardless of whoever it is, because he tried to take that shot through two defenders. You lay that off to Ferran Torres. It's just Ferran Torres and the keeper. If the keeper makes a save or Ferran Torres can't keep it on target, fair play. But at the end of the day, I'll take that every every day of the week and twice on Sundays over him trying to attempt a shot through two defenders, even if his name is Lewandowski and he got cheated out of a Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, I don't know.
It just seemed like a desperation. They were just Barcelona were just playing desperate the entire game. Like even they didn't believe that they could really win that game. That's just how it felt. Like
They
just
didn't. Yeah, they just didn't. They didn't have the personnel or the belief after. Like they were done. I think all their juice ran out after that red card.
like the back of their mind, they just knew, "Oh, God, this is gonna end pretty soon.
Mbappe is coming. Dembele is smiling. Why is Dembele smiling? Dembele.
But here's what I'll say. I understand the red card specifically. This is what I'm going to talk about, the red card. I understand it was a clear opportunity on goal, and that's what the red card is for. However, I do think you should be able to at least look that over and see if it was a simulation. And I say that because when it happened live, I thought it was a simulation. I jumped into a group chat, discussions ensued. They were like, they told me, this is, we came to the conclusion that, it was for the clear goal opportunity that was denied. All right, we understand that. Boom, boom, boom. But then what got me revisiting it was the simulation and yellow card that they gave to Gundogan on that penalty shout. And there was actually more contact that took place on that penalty shout for that Gundogan had and got a yellow card for simulation for than what took place on Araujo's red card. Now that's the only thing I had issues with for the officiating for that game, and I just have to ask you guys. Looking at those two plays, you can't tell me Gundogan was simulation and that one wasn't.
I mean, you do raise good points. The only thing I'll say about that is just ask 2009 Chelsea if we feel bad for Barcelona, please. Like if you think two missed calls in one game is gonna make us feel any worse for you with Barcelona, Marcus, we don't feel bad for them, bro.
Fair enough.
If I was the ref, I'm not giving him a red in that situation. I'm not.
No, I wouldn't give him a red. I wouldn't. I was giving. I've given him a yellow.
No, but wait. No, but if it's a wait, hold on, wait, time out though. If it's a foul, if you call foul there, you have to give him a red.
I'd have left VAR looking over and giving red. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, fair enough.
I would want it to be for me to ruin the game, even if it's if he's not injured.
Right. I'll just split and then let VAR.
Nah, but Shex. But Shex, to your point, it's the letter of the law. If it's a clear goal opportunity and you're the last defender, if they call a foul there, it's a red. It doesn't matter if it's a soft foul or whatever the case may be. Now, my only thing is, I thought it was simulation. I thought it was a dive.
Exactly.
I didn't think it was a foul.
At least let him look at it a couple of times. Just
exact.
Angle. You never know. But yeah. But I mean, like I said, giving them a red, we don't feel sorry for them at all. All.
I think even if it was people that got the red, Barcelona would have still lost. So
what?
Yeah.
Wait. With the way Yamin Lamar was playing, you do realize it was the red card that forced him to come off, right? He had to make defensive adjustments.
Yeah,
he went home early and did his homework. Who cares? Good for him. Like nobody feels bad for them.
So disrespectful.
No. like it doesn't matter. Like Mbappe and Dembele were cooking.
Yeah.
Just say no. Dembele was cooking. Mbappe disappeared for a little bit until
man, he still got his goals though.
You're right. But Dembele was the one that cooked. I know Barcelona fans are upset because Dembele has done nothing but steal money from them, and he's the one that knocked them out.
Yes.
He had a great big smile on his face the entire time.
On the bench.
Him before the game.
The camera just kept panning to it. The camera just kept panning to him. All you see him cheesing.
Ever seen the whitest teeth ever? Just glowing. Like Marcus is glowing right now.
from the bench. Man zipped up in the trainer. Oh my gosh.
I would argue that
Oh, it feels good to be home.
that was Dembele's best game since he left Barcelona. Every
Yeah,
game I've
to
seen him
be honest, so here's the thing. Here's the thing.
be his best game since he left.
So here's the thing. He's probably had better games in League 1, but it's League 1. We don't watch it, so we don't know.
Care about that? We talk about we're against the big boys. Come on, we know this. Uber Eats league.
Bro, aren't they like Uber Eats new name? Like they have a new name that's even worse.
Oh, they changed
It's McDonald's. McDonald's.
League.
league.
I'm
Oh
calling
my
them the McLeague.
gosh.
It just
It just keeps-
soon going to be Burger King, Chick-fil-A.
PSG will be. I think their streak is going to end up being longer than Bayern's in that league, man.
Definitely, man, that easily. Because
Isn't it already?
German league is actually really good.
Isn't it already?
Dortmund is in the Champions League semifinals.
Mm.
German league is really good. Bayern Leverkusen, they could probably beat any Premier League team right now.
Relax.
Yes, any. Yes, Marcus.
Relax.
Any.
Relax.
You know
Relax.
that.
Relax.
Y'all
You
don't
say
have a bench
any?
back.
You
What,
say any?
what is Guardiola going to do against Frimpong?
You know what's crazy?
What?
You know what's crazy? That's our academy guy. I'm happy for him.
Good.
I'm happy for him.
That's why he's going to be extra motivated. Any team. Yes.
I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him.
Okay. If y'all won the Champions League final, I would have loved to see that matchup in the Super Cup next year.
Well, it's tough.
Love
It's
to
tough.
see it.
All right. Last Champions League tie that took place this week, which was actually all that stuff I said about twists and turns earlier. That's what actually took place in this match. Dortmund and Atletico, they went off. That's all I have to say. Specifically Dortmund. Sancho was fantastic in this game, very electric. Unfortunately, he didn't end up on the score sheet, but he was very electric. Very
And
Ian. Oh yeah, Ian Matson. Just everybody from both teams was pretty good. Well, let me not say pretty good because there was some own goals. There was
yeah,
some own goals in there. But it was a good match. It was a good match.
is Sabitzer on loan for Man U or did they sell? No, he was on loan to Man U and then they sold him.
Either way, he's chipping in to what Dortmund is dishing out to people. I think this is saving Dortmund's season somewhat because they would have made so far they have made over 100 million euros from their Champions League ventures, which is fantastic. Considering when you look at their league form, it hasn't been all that great. Very inconsistent. So I think them going as far as they go, they're really having themselves a Cinderella season, in my opinion. Like at this point, they're playing with house money. Win or lose in the win or lose in the semifinals, they've already maxed out what they could have done this season, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. No, what's his name? Julian Brandt. Ever since he made his debut at like 18 in the World Cup, just continued doing his thing, leading the Dortmund team. Yeah. they I mean their coach, and then Terzic, I think that's his name. Ever since they hired him and committed to him, like he right off the bat, his first season, I think they won DFB Pokal. So he's the truth, man. He looks like he might be the one for them for the foreseeable future.
Just need to bring that into the Bundesliga, but beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah.
I mean, their next game is against Leverkusen. So
actually, if Liverpool is looking for their next coach, I would have Edin Terzic as number one on my list. He literally came from the club school of coaches. So yeah, Liverpool. There you go.
Let Edin Terzic, actually do something first.
He has his average 24 coach. take less notes. All right. Sorry.
Listen, hold on, wait. Even if it's the McLeague, Poach has a league, a domestic title on his record. What has he done?
Push has a Uber Eats title. Is that what you're talking about?
Is it a domestic league? Yes or no?
Uber,
That McLean.
you have to clear the league. What
Is
domestic
it is it a domestic league? Yes or no? Is it part of the top five? Yes or no?
and Uber Eats title is not better than the DFB Poker.
I'd say Saudi Arabia is a more competitive league
Y'all
than
disrespectful. Y'all so
this
disrespectful.
league.
Oh, wait,
Y'all
wait.
disrespectful.
Even
Wait.
just
So you're saying wait, but no. That's actually a fair question. I have to go back to your point. So you're saying you think the Poco is a more
oh my god.
valuable trophy than League 1?
Like
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's
Okay.
way harder to win DFB Poker than Ligue 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Would you
got
say would you say FA Cup is better than League 1 in that case?
Yes.
Oh wow.
I mean, FA Cup is the longest competition, surviving competition in world football.
FA
I
Cup
mean,
is ruling, man.
I'm not discussing history. I'm just talking about current events.
Look, even now, bro, FA Cup is grueling, bro. Tottenham
Yeah,
get knocked out by Shrewsbury Town?
magic of the club.
Who did Arsenal get knocked out by? Derby City County? Sorry. It's grueling, bro.
Hey, it's not that I don't want to disrespect the McLeague that much. It's just it's
No.
kind of hard to lose
I
when
don't
you
want to
have
disrespect the
that.
McLeague as he proceeds to disrespect him.
It's just kind of hard to lose that league, you know. Like it's
Es-
mission impossible.
Especially since I can count on this. Okay, let's take it through. The teams with world class players. Take away the teams with the who find the Eden Hazards in the mother's basements. Let's take away those teams. So PSG, Marseille, Lyon. I guess you have to throw in Monaco. I guess.
Those teams, I think those teams are not as good as they used to be.
But we only know about Lille and Montpellier. Why? Lille, we know about them because of Hazard. Montpellier wouldn't even exist without Giroud. Yeah, bro. I'm sorry. There's four teams with world class players in that league. Four.
The second place team in the McLeague right now is called Brest, bro. Let's next topic,
Thank,
please.
thank you.
Next topic, please.
All right, we're leaving Europe and going
N'Golo
to England.
Toulouse.
What do you say?
N'Golo Kante came from a team called Toulouse.
We're leaving Europe, headed to England.
Wait. You didn't ask us oh well. I think it's a little
I think it's a little obvious.
yeah,
PSG is gonna
yeah,
destroy
yeah,
Dortmund.
yeah.
I'll be surprised if PSG lose to Dortmund.
I would
Very surprised. But
be
not only would I be surprised, I'll be surprised because this is the best chance that they have to get to the final.
yeah.
But
Mhm.
then I wouldn't be surprised because this would be PSG's history.
They could
Look,
This
go.
is
look. I think what's gonna happen is PSG like defeat them, but then Dembele goes down. You know, something tragic happens.
Nah. I think if they
You
listen, if they
know,
make if
No,
I'm
PSG no
saying,
no no if P,
I'm just saying it's the history of the PSG, and
no,
then
no no
Dembele
here's
goes.
what
You
if
know,
PSG make the final, they are winning off Mbappe's back. I'm guaranteeing you this right now. It
Tuchel,
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who they see. Mbappe is going to perform.
wait,
It don't
so
matter.
now you believe in Pele Jr.
No, I don't. No. I'm not saying I believe in him. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's going to be the final. He's been. This is the. He's going to Real Madrid next season.
gonna carry them, and he's
He's
gonna
he's.
bring his
This is
Champions
the.
League.
This is the one thing he's been trying to get at PSG the entire time he's been there.
Not gonna get it. I'm sorry to tell you because
Oh,
from
I know. I'm telling. I believe. I believe it. I agree.
I
They're
don't
not
think
gonna make it there.
okay,
They're not gonna make it there.
he's
The,
gonna get it, but if he does, he should take the actual trophy with him to Madrid because
take it away from here.
yeah, he should take it. He should not allow them to keep it in their museum. If he's the one who drags them and wins them,
no, he's not. Wait.
please,
Let's get something clear here. Let's
all
get
the
something clear here. I don't think he's going to drag them. And if he's going to perform in the semi-final, I think it's going to be akin to the performance that you saw today. He really wasn't involved much, but then he ended up with 2 goals. That's what I'm thinking. And then when I'm thinking he gets to the final, that's when he's
I
gonna be
mean,
like, all right, yo,
he didn't
it's
really
it's the
need.
time.
He didn't really need to, like they were always going to beat Barcelona. I'm sorry to Barcelona fans, and Dortmund is just another light work game. When it comes down to it, and it's either Madrid
I
or
would
Bayern.
Dortmund,
I think that's when he'll show up.
I
That's
would give
when
Dortmund
he'll show
more
up.
of a
Not
chance
Exactly,
other
than
teams.
exactly,
I would
exactly.
honestly give Dortmund more of a chance than Barcelona because Dortmund is a much better attacking threat than Barcelona. Just statistically,
He,
that's what I'm saying.
Mm, yes, I agree.
Not they
I,
are better attacking threat, but they're more prone to individual mistakes.
No,
I thought it was
no, because they have young players. That's why we
Oh no
believe.
no 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 no! It's not young players. It's the people because you got Matt. You're talking about people like Hummels. You're talking about people like Emir Chan. Like
Hummels
these,
is 40. Emre Chan was never like really that good.
but these are guys that are still getting consistent minutes.
No,
That's what I'm
right.
telling you.
The thing is, they're surrounded by young players, so it's gonna breed mistakes.
Mm.
while PSG, they have veterans, they have Mbappe, they have even in their defense. Yeah, the defense will be shaky from time to time, but Marquinhos is still there. They still got some, they still got what's the guy they got from Inter Milan? The Serbian guy. He's pretty good. So yeah, PSG definitely has slightly better midfield, but
Barcola was balling.
yeah, it'll be an interesting game, which we expect PSG to come through. Mostly because I would give their coach Enrique is slightly better than Terzic, but we'll see.
Hmm.
Only
We shall see.
slightly. Okay.
Because I think Terzic, if he had the team like I don't know what's his name from Bayern that won early, um I think he's a German coach now. If he had early on uh what
Was it Nagelsmann? Or who was it?
the one
Um,
Nagelsmann, the one who just won everything right away. If you set up Terzic with talent like that, oh yeah, because Terzic won the DFB Pokal his first season in charge of Dortmund. That's one of the hardest competitions to win on this planet.
Hansi
That
Flick.
Hansi Flick, thank you. Terzic is like another Hansi Flick in my opinion, but he's more on the club side. How his team plays, more risky. Yeah.
Hmm. Well, time will tell. Time will tell. All right, guys, we're taking it back to the Premier League. This weekend, this past weekend, it was a great weekend for Manchester City until today happened. But now that we're out,
It's still okay. It's still okay.
no, exactly. Now that we're out of the Champions League, we're only we put on our one-dimensional goggles, and now we only see one thing.
Tunnel vision.
Tunnel
Exactly.
vision goggles, exactly. Now we only see one thing. Actually, we can't see only one thing because we played Chelsea this weekend
No, no,
for
no. You
FA
only see
for
one
FA
thing.
Cup.
No,
For...
no, no. You only see one
Like
thing.
face your fronts, bro. Like why you looking
they said,
sideways?
they
Like
said, they said, don't worry, don't worry, just focus on the league. Let us have this one.
Of course. Yes, sir.
All right, no worries, no worries. At your request, the tunnel vision goggles are on. We only see the league.
Yes.
We only
Focus.
see the league. Now, with that being said, damn, Liverpool and Arsenal
Mm,
fumbled the bag this past
mm,
weekend.
mm, mm.
Let us count the ways. Let us count the ways. And the worst part about it is actually is Arsenal because Arsenal fans were waiting in what do they call their stadium again? The Emirates. They were waiting in the Emirates
It's not my
watching. What do you say?
the place that their stadium was located used to be Highbury, but I think they moved it now, so it's
Okay.
Emirates. Yeah.
Yes.
But
So they were their fans, Arsenal fans, they were actually at the Emirates watching the Liverpool match uh
there again.
before their match took place.
Yeah.
And now the funny thing about it is their match took place right after. So they every going into the match against Aston Villa, everybody just yelling, going loud, screaming, yelling, "Oh, Arsenal, oh, Arsenal, oh, Arsenal," and then they go out and they get absolutely dominated, absolutely dominated. We mentioned it earlier,
That's an understatement.
bro.
Go
We mentioned it earlier. Arteta and Arsenal had been playing well. They had found some type of form coming in leading up to this
some kind
match,
of juice work.
some kind of juice. Now, going into this match at Aston Villa, Arteta said, "Let me just mix it all up." Trossard comes in on the left. Jesus comes up front. Saka, stays in the same Saka position. He brings Havertz back into the midfield with Rice and Odegaard, and then he brings on Zinchenko.
Recipe
Yeah.
for disaster. Aston Villa were waiting to eat them up. Like they were waiting, and they
Waiting,
got
Leon Bailey had a field
Yeah.
day.
No, even before actually Leon Bailey was a substitute. Because even before Leon Bailey came on, all right, that's before Leon Bailey even came on, this is the first half. Arsenal is dominating. I mean, they are just creating chances, crosses coming in everywhere, all over the place. I didn't know this when I was watching the game, but at halftime, the commentator said, "Oh yeah, Unai Emery hasn't lost here in Emirates in 9 games." I'm like, wait a minute, okay, that can't be right. He's right. Unai Emery has not lost at Arsenal in 9 games, and sure enough, the second half, in comes he took off he basically switched wingers. He took off a winger for Leon
I can
Bailey.
I can, I can tell you, he took off um
Yeah, the other winger's name. Diaby. He took off Diaby for Leon Bailey, and
no, Diaby came on.
no, Diaby
Oh
came.
no, no,
Diaby came
Diaby came off. You're right. Yeah, Diaby came off.
because up until then, I think he realized that Diaby was playing on the same side as Zaniolo, right? So Zaniolo had been doing his thing, even though he didn't look like 100%, but his hold up was great. He was winning the ball back in the midfield, and
Hmm.
Arsenal could not get the ball off of
No.
him. So he's just like, all right, why don't we get someone on the opposite side? So when there's 5 guys on Zaniolo, and after he brought on Leon Bailey, Arsenal got stretched wide.
Hmm.
I mean, stretched every time. They were playing the ball from behind like it was old school tiki taka Barcelona. I mean, it was just a mess. It was just a mess. And most of their creation came from the left side.
Hmm.
Nicolo Zaniolo, some
Hmm.
kid from Galatasaray, who
Hmm.
just got off an injury. Arsenal didn't know how to defend him. It's like they had never defended someone like him before. So even the way the first goal came, it was like across from that side, and then there was miscommunication of the defense and the easy walking tap in goal from Leon Bailey. I mean, my God, my goodness, and how that Ollie Watkins goal didn't go in, I don't understand. That was just weird physics. It spins outside from the inside of the post.
It
Ugh.
really could have been worse.
Ugh.
No, it wasn't Ollie Watkins. It was Yuri Tielemans. That was Tielemans' shot that went off the top bar and then the post.
Oh, that
oh,
was another one.
yeah. That was another one.
One that he was just he was 1-on-1 with the keeper and it went off like the inside of the far post.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yo, you are right. Yo, honestly, Arsenal really, 2-0, 2-0 was really being kind to Arsenal. They really got done up, man.
Yes, they were sliced up. I mean, the second half was just abysmal. It's like Leon Bailey came on and Arsenal was like, okay, yeah. And then Arsenal was like, coach, what do we do?
So
And
now let's
they
so
had
now
no
let's move so
Tragic.
now let's move so now let's move to Liverpool real quick. Liverpool faced Everton. Now, unlike Arsenal, their showing was a little bit better because,
they created
eh,
chances.
they created chances. Exactly. They created chances.
Yes.
It was just very, very tough on the day because they couldn't really finish any of the chances they were creating. Very, very tough. They really dominated possession against Crystal. I said Everton. They played Crystal Palace. I'm sorry, guys. They
No.
played Crystal Palace. They really dominated possession, 69.8% of possession stats, 21 shot attempts total. Now the issue is they only have six of those shots on target. Now it's very tough when your starting striker is one Darwin Nunes because
I'm gonna let
because
you handle this one because I know that's his team.
because 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 Liverpool honestly had opportunity to tie up this game multiple
They
times.
had many opportunities.
Many opportunities. Darwin Nunes tried his hardest to keep this at nil, to keep 1-0 as hard as possible. He's tried his hardest. I promise you, he was wearing a Crystal Palace kit under his Liverpool kit. He had to. He had to. He had. There was one breakaway. He had. Salah was the widest of widest opens on his side. The
Yeah,
man went for a shot and slipped.
yeah. Like I mean, how do you lose to a team with Jordan Ayew?
He had a layoff to Robertson.
Yeah.
He had a yo. He lays it off to Robertson. Robertson is just open goal. Open goal. Robertson could close his eyes and he could score that goal. I forget the nonsense that the man did. The ball, just know the ball was skied.
Missed the goal. Yeah.
Nunes is. It's really. It's. I used to think when we had Gabriel Jesus, Manchester City wasted chances. When we had the tandem of Gabriel Jesus and Raheem Sterling, when Aguero was in the hospital, we used to run them two up top with
When
De
y'all
Bruyne
Premier Leagues though, like why are you killing those guys? You're still
wasting chances. And then I look at Darwin Nunes play. Jesus Christ! If Darwin Nunes was in this City team,
he'd probably be better.
uh, he would. But
Because
you
he
know how many? But
honestly,
he would be the first But he would be the first Premier League player to have 100 missed chances, bro. A
doesn't
hundred, a
doesn't have
hundred,
doesn't
a
have
hundred.
150. So, but
Not in a
That's
single season.
but I honestly think most of Darwin
Do we
Nunes
even create that many chances for Haaland? We don't.
most of most of Darwin Nunes is like whatever his misses or whatever is just a built up of bad habits because he's been so good his entire career. He was so good in Benfica. You're not going to be telling him anything in Benfica. So now he comes to Liverpool. You know they don't really have an established number one striker. Who was going to tell him what? Firmino was gone. Jota, yeah. So I, I mean,
I mean,
I
I'll still
can't
take
I
Jota.
can't blame Darwin Nunes for Liverpool losing 1-0 to a team with Jordan Ayew. No, I can't.
Thanks for the assist, Zach. I appreciate it.
I wasn't blaming him. I'm just saying. He played a large role in that loss. I'm not blaming him, but he played a large role in that loss. He
There's one
he was
player that's more culpable, and that is Mohamed Salah. Because
Yes.
his Salah run in, like he's non-existent during the run in sometimes.
but this is what we know Salah to be though. When Salah isn't scoring goals, he doesn't have the cleanest of touches at times. He can go missing in games. He
Yeah.
doesn't have his pass accuracy dips. Like this is what we know him to be. He disappears and then he'll score a goal and then or a couple goals in the game and then that's all you remember. And he's a forward. He's been Liverpool's main goal scorer, so that's his job. So at the end of the day, you're saying he's doing his job. So it is what it is. But when he's not doing his job, what you see is what you get.
Tariq Mitchell had that man on lock. I'm like Southgate. Like y'all need a left back. Tariq Mitchell got Salah on lock right now. There you go. But Southgate wouldn't do the sensible thing.
Southgate's a fool. So
Uh,
all right. So
I want to
we've
hear from
talked.
Alex himself. What happened to your team? Your
This is your guy. This is the
heads
you predicted these Reds to be
to come
title
out.
champions,
Yeah.
Premier League champions.
Mm-hmm. Top dog.
Do you still think that to be the case?
I think he does.
Well, I mean, I think we're gonna have all three teams at the top of the league depressed when the boys in blue arrive, and then was it T minus 48 to 50 whatever 3 days from now. So yeah, it's gonna be a fight. I think it's gonna go down to the last day.
Okay.
They're gonna keep it. They're at least gonna keep it interesting. Now, I will admit that Man City have absolutely no reason. Like I don't know.
Absolutely
So
not.
we have to beat you out like 4-0 to like inflict a mentally damaging
So that
scar,
carry
you
the lead.
know.
That's
Like
what it
we have to break them.
Also, I'm not. I'm just gonna say, y'all should be prepared. Y'all should be prepared for this weekend. After this loss, oh, you just know we're out for blood. Just know we are out for blood.
prepare for Sterling. I mean, I said Sterling, Cole Palmer to score a hat trick on y'all. That's
That's
what
fine.
we prepared for.
That's fine. That's fine. Cole Palmer could score a hat trick, and the final score could be 6-3.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, our defense. Oof. Yeah. Well, I think we'll take that game early, but as far as the Premier League goes, Liverpool still have a chance. I think they definitely let it slip because I was like, for what? For why did you lose to a team with Jordan Ayew? you
For
know,
us, for the Blues,
home.
the Sky Blues.
and it was at Anfield. Like Anfield is broken. Like
Yeah,
you go and do that what they did in Europe,
It's
and
been broken,
then
bro.
they
It's
come
been
back
broken.
and it's just done.
it's done. Anfield is done.
It's done. Like it is. The fortress is over.
We will lose.
Lowering club that they were supposed to be lifting up club at the end of the season, but now it's like they're lowering him into. I don't want to say it, but they're just letting him down.
Because
I mean, they can have a parade. They have a Carabao Cup. They can at least have a parade.
Man,
no,
we should have never allowed them to have that cup, man.
because even I don't know what Man City's record against Crystal Palace is. All I know is we will lose to Burnley, Sheffield, Bournemouth, but we will always trash Crystal Palace. I don't care how good or bad we are. It's like Crystal Palace is our confidence game. It's like we circle that. All right, if we're playing bad, we're like, all right, guys, we have Crystal Palace next. Losing at home is just unfathomable.
Yes,
I,
and so many better teams went to Anfield and did a madness, and like Liverpool still won.
that's the one, but Crystal Palace is the one game that I'm like, they'll
Yeah,
bounce back.
like easy, but
You gotta bounce back against Crystal Palace.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a psychological damage thing that we have to do to Man City because
Please.
for Arsenal it was Arteta coming back. For Liverpool, it was losing in the Europa League at home, and then again for Man City. First, it might be it's a two punch again. It was what's it called Real Madrid, and now it has to be us,
Yeah.
and then the rest will be like
Y'all
wow.
are too hopeful. Y'all are too hopeful.
I
No,
mean,
I just want the most interesting thing to happen.
we're one of the only teams that haven't lost to Man City yet this season. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we're looking to break that this weekend.
yeah.
All right, so final question of the podcast, guys. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. And it's really are your predictions the same? Of course, mine is the same. Man City always.
Oh, for the league,
Yes.
I thought Marcus wanted to change the prediction to Arsenal. Something like
Who?
Arsenal. You were sounding like you want to change it up.
Me?
Marcus,
Yeah.
you're switching up on your own team
Are you
again?
sick? Am I Michael Richards?
Yeah, Marcus.
I'm not switching up on anything, bro. We're
No,
to the moon. We're to the moon.
Luis Enrique wasted no time. He's like Micah, you're my guy.
Guilty. Guilty. He said guilty. Nah, but I can't. I don't think I can claim Micah anymore. The way he was twerking for Arsenal, bro. I don't think I can claim him, bro.
Flopping sides.
Yo, bro. I don't think I can claim him.
Oh,
Nade him manure.
there's
Nade him
a
manure.
Nadu. Now he's
N-
more
Nade,
on business than Micah.
yeah, he's Man City through and through. I don't know about Micah, bro. That man two-faced, bro.
How would you pick Arsenal? Oh, what?
Of all clubs,
I
I
don't
would have
know.
actually. If he said maybe Liverpool, I would have respected him somewhat since we've been butting heads these past couple of years. But he
This,
said Arsenal. What has Arsenal done?
there was some Shohei Otani bet placed in some dusty illegal place somewhere in LA. That's the only thing that makes sense.
You're being Otani's interpreter. That's what you.
Yes, yes.
Nonsense, nonsense.
The only because it's like just support your team. It's very easy to pick, but you pick
It's
Arsenal.
Man City. It's so easy. Like it should. Okay, let me not say it's easy to pick Man City because it's not. It's so easy to pick against Arsenal.
Oh,
That's why.
yeah. It's just the old buzzword.
Yeah, you know what's gonna happen. They look really good, so they feel really good. They get themselves really hyped up, and that only helps me because I'm like, when it happens, it's gonna feel that much better. And then
Yeah.
it happens. So can't wait to do this again next year. That's all I'm saying.
Listen,
Look,
I'm just praying. I'm just praying you're in. I'm just praying you're in a European competition. I
Oh,
just hope you're in the European competition so we can actually predict for your club about some weekday matches.
I really hope we are not because that means we will bring back Pochettino.
No,
yeah.
I think honestly,
Me,
well,
I'm willing to bet it all on the beating Arsenal, but we don't even need to do that anymore because Arsenal already beat themselves.
They beat themselves, bro.
yeah, I don't. To be honest, I think this loss against Bayern has probably knocked them out of the Premier League race. I think we're
Yeah,
gonna see it.
that's
I think we're
psychology.
gonna,
Oh,
yeah, I think we're gonna see it this weekend. Another
I think
bad
the
display.
morale thing is going to affect them the most,
the most. Yeah.
So
Well, to our listeners and viewers, if Arsenal loses this weekend, you heard it here first. As to the reason why, is because they have no mentality. And with that, we've come to the end. We've come to the end of our recent episode. We've been trying this season to really try and make our episodes a bit more consumable. Try to stay under that 1 hour mark if we can. But since we didn't post an episode last week, we wanted to say, hey, to hell with it. Give you guys a little bit extra just to make up for it. The little things we try to do for you guys. We really try so hard. And because of that, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a rating, do all that. We really want to know what you think. Share with your friends, your family, all that good stuff. And as always, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.